Yo, I'm Flarebear. I'm going to be helping out for commentary a little bit while JettSethRadio and IDGeek do their Hero Story race. I'm just going to be trying to fill in on the intense parts of the run where they would rather be focusing than talking because this run picks up really fast. So, yeah, let's just get into it.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Hey. All right. So, I guess you ready?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready.
Wait. Can you yell spaghetti by chance? Can you yell spaghetti instead? Yes, please. Yes.
1.
Spaghetti.
Thank you. All right. So, this is City Escape.
My load times are worse.
Oh, no. Not like this.
Not like this.
All right. So, I mean, the beginning part's pretty self-explanatory. We're just riding our little boards down San Fran, having a cool time.
Cool little thing you can do with the ramps here, not this one, is double tap. You get a little more distance than you normally would. See there.
All right.
Easy
so
peasy.
General Sonic movement is you're going to be wanting to chain your spin dashes together, one after the other, to like keep max speed. And you want to roll on the downhills, except right here. Oh no! You?
Hey, Jenny's got it.
Oh no!
I scat it.
Good job.
All right, so that's a pretty pivotal thing, and it happens really early in the run, but that's a trick that's somewhat inconsistent. Actually, it's pretty inconsistent, and it saves, like, a lot of time. So it's going to give him, like, a 25 or 30-second lead coming straight out the gate, but the hunting stages can surely bring it back for sure.
Those will even the odds.
Yeah. Let's hope he can get a good RNG to make up for that.
RNG is a cruel mistress in this game.
This is what happened.
But yeah, this run, both Hero Story and Dark Story, have 3 different types of levels. Action levels, which are like Sonic and Shadow, and then there's the mech levels with Tails, and then the hunting stages with Knuckles.
So 122, that's pretty alright for me, I suppose.
It's pretty good time. Oh yeah, and there's also boss. I forgot about
Oh
that.
no! I tried to pull too close to the wall. So yeah, we just roll down all these hills, get to a super high speed. We want to spin dash over these little lips, because if we go too fast, we fly off.
It could lose you time.
And here I'm just not pressing anything till here. Don't press anything. And we're done. This is sick. I can like watch Seth play from here.
How do I look?
You look alright.
Thanks.
Look
Let's
like
see.
you're beating Bigfoot.
Yeah, this boss can be stun-locked pretty easily. The boxes give you enough height to jump on him before he even has a chance to move away for an attack, which is pretty funny because, like, one of the Chow tips, like if you die in the stage and Oma Chow starts giving you tips, he's like, you can't attack him while he's airborne. Wait for him to touch the ground.
Amo Chow is ultimately useless in this game. We don't listen to a darn word he says. Doesn't mean you shouldn't, though.
So the hunting stages, we're trying to find the 3 pieces of emerald. We grab the hints, and we've memorized where all the locations are. So it's a lot of memorization and like on your feet sort of execution, trying to figure out the best route to take.
That was a pretty okay set, but I got a 30, because, yikes. Let's see what kind of RNG Geek gets here. Looks like he's faring a little bit better than me as far as execution goes.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Here. Hello? There we go.
24 compared to a 30. He saved quite a bit of time on me there. So it's not only just RNG. Execution plays a major role. You can have piece knowledge, but if you don't know how to get to them effectively, then you're not going to make much headway. So this is Eggman 1. You just press A. It's free.
Then you go from Eggman 1 into Prison Lane, which
Best
Prison
tail
Lane,
stage.
It's a super fun stage. It's really difficult to do really optimally, but like, so you're gonna see he's gonna be shooting through the walls early, trying to hit some enemies before he's supposed to. You'll see he's gonna get to an elevator at around the 40-second mark, a little bit earlier than that, but he's gonna have to shoot a guy through a wall there. He's gonna be jumping around these corners because Tails doesn't like making sharp turns when he's on the ground, but he will do it in midair.
I'm not doing my best here. Something I like to do during this section is see how many consecutive whistles I can get in a row, because sometimes you shoot in the middle of it. Looks like we're going for a perfect run here. Amazing. Yeah.
Alright. See the most obnoxious noise you can make with Tails, moving back and forth.
I don't know. Doesn't beat the lock-on target. If you like that, if you don't like that high-pitched lock-on noise, you gotta get used to it, man.
Yeah.
I've learned to tune it out, but sometimes it gets to me. I hear it in my sleep. What I did there is a rail skip. Essentially, you can just jump on top of those things as they're coming down, and it saves you quite a bit of time. 140 is really not that great, but hey, it could be worse.
Alright.
Coming up is Metal Harbor as well. It's a very fun stage. Very difficult stage as well. Looks like Geek's going at 135. Another 5 seconds, man. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Slowly but surely.
You'll get there, don't worry.
See if you can weigh the time from the one cityscape skip that he missed.
So what I did there is underloop. That's the wrong way to do it. Don't do it the way I do it. It's more comfortable for me. Playing it kind of safe today. But yeah, save some time there.
Yeah, that's one of the first instances of many different ways that you'll see loops being abused. And
oh yeah, collision in this game is pretty much a joke.
a lot of loops just like that, like he just went right through it, are only solid on one end. And that's really good because loops have a lot of really interesting mechanics that can make a bunch of different things possible. It's like, once again, you can just go to the backside here, again here. It's pretty nifty.
Super duper nifty. This is one of the bigger gimmicks of this stage. You can go through just about the back of every loop that you want to.
I'm listening out. I'm not going for pulley skip.
Aww.
Sorry.
You hate to see it. So what we did there was skip the rocket. You just sort of jump on that incline there. You do a spin dash jump. Spin dash jumping is actually mega important for a lot of stuff in this game. You'll be seeing it a lot. There it's particularly used to get to the top of the rocket early. And that's Metal Harbor. 122's pretty decent. Oh.
Barely made it.
Coming in on the end of this. Slick skip.
Woo!
There we go.
All right, here comes the funny,
Funny.
the funny scene.
All right. No one say it.
So far, so good. Hey, that's.
That blue hedgehog again. Of all places.
I found you, Faker.
Faker. I don't want to say the rest. I'm sorry.
I like
I
the
ain't
back
trying
and
to do
forth
that.
interaction between you two.
This is how we act in real life.
That's how it should be in races. Is you should go back and forth with Sonic and Shadow.
We cut each other off, actually, as more when I was kidding.
I'm the coolest.
I'm not going to deny that. Oh, man, what are you doing?
Oh, what's happening?
No.
Shadow's having so much fun right now. He really is the coolest.
All right.
He's super cool, dude. Maybe the coolest I've ever seen.
Oh, that's a little funny. I messed that up.
This game's hilarious,
Oh,
you'll see.
Hello.
Oh yeah, we do very silly things in this stage.
Also, Dig the Cat's in that grate down at the bottom there.
How did we get there?
Shoutouts. How'd he get there? He's trapped.
He's going to be on the island when it blows up. in 8 minutes.
Can't say it wasn't intentional.
True.
You wonder why he hasn't been playable. Well, he was in Heroes. He made it out. Don't worry. All right. So this is Green Forest. The stage is pretty nuts. I'd say everything you can fly off of. Like every hill, you will it's a 50-50 shot
go.
that you'll be flown off or stick to it. So we're just going to see how well it treats me today. It's very particular. It's also a very good example of the usage of storage, which you hold X or B when you essentially it stores your somersault hitbox, and it gives you, it's what we did to Shadow earlier, and it can give you a sort of intangible property where you can run under stuff essentially, and it'll go directly into a spin dash, making it super good for this level particularly.
So go
also
ahead
works on
and-
springs and such.
I'll go ahead and start Surly since Jets is coming up on it in a moment. But right here, he's going to go for Green Forest Wall Run. This is another thing with the loop speed, like I talked about. How it's only solid on the front side. Right there, he jumped off the loop and then went into the back end of it and got the speed trigger that loops give you. That lets him run up the tree, and then he should be clean
Bingo.
onto that island. Nice. Which that's one of the really hard tricks.
I was
Alright.
actually super nervous about that. My placement was horrible.
What is
Can I-
Sonic
can I
doing?
Yeah,
grab
you can
it?
make it. You can make it. Keep
Okay,
going.
we're good.
Oh my
Nice,
goodness.
okay.
Let's
That
go.
was-
That was not good on my part,
Pog.
but
The
we'll take
scariest
it.
wall run I've ever seen. But at least we got double.
Oh, come
Monka S.
Ledge grabbing is so silly.
That happens on a lot of stages. That can happen on Middle Harbor as well. You'll just
Hey.
sort of sit there for a minute and suspend it in air, and eventually you'll grab it. Be like, hey, I could just hang on to this.
Yeah, you kind of just have to wiggle them.
You gotta convince him to do it. He won't. He won't go easy. Oh boy, Pumpkin Hill.
Oh man, are you gonna see it? Cold iron bars. Look hard.
Cold iron bars, dude. I wasn't looking. We'll find out. King of the Hill. This is my least favorite Knuckles stage. So I'll just go on the record to say that.
I love this stage.
I disagree with you. So like one on the cliff.
So the third piece here is going to be a hidden piece underground because it tries to make you get the upgrade. So if you play this in story mode, you get different sets from if you play
Look at this.
in the stage selection. Fun little
Also,
tidbit.
it took me a while to notice this, but I'm not actually sure why it happens, but Jet has the song muted for the stage. It's something that can happen when you pick up the first upgrade.
It's so great too.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I always miss that piece of first.
Oh man,
stage.
you're like practically caught up. Check it out, the duality of a man.
Yeah, like we said, Geek has been getting slightly better RNG so far.
for sure.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna bet that's probably better execution as well.
Yeah.
I'll admit to it.
All right, this is the real deal breaker here.
I've come to make an announcement.
Next time.
Maybe next time. This stage is crazy. I like this stage. A lot of people don't, but I'm a fan personally.
It's a cool stage. So this stage is probably the loudest stage in the game.
Yeah.
For sure.
Cover your ears.
Yeah. It's a cycle-based platforming, so we're going to be doing a little bit of waiting around, waiting for platforms to kind of come around. And you can see Seth actually waited longer than me, so he's going to get a better in-game time than me probably by the end of the stage, barring any funny business.
There's some funny business, dog.
Funny business? No.
Yeah, so what that,
Jinxed it.
what that was, because he waited slightly too long on the upgrade, what that is these moving platforms that you see right now continue moving throughout the level, even when time is frozen from the cutscene of you grabbing the upgrade. So there's a IGT manipulation you can do by staying inside of the cutscene a little bit longer to have the cycle move as far along as you want, so that you don't have to wait for it when you get there without actually wasting in-game time. Yeah, the time to get in the stage, other than that, is limited by the last section of moving platforms here.
This
Which,
is good. I'm gonna
that
go
is a
first.
bad death.
No.
Well,
All right. Let's,
can't say I didn't see it coming.
I think we're just gonna go around back. I was shooting towards the health pack in the back, and if you hit that bubble while you're in midair, it completely screws you over. It stops all your horizontal momentum. So we will just settle for right now. Then do some dangerous flying into this corner here.
Oh my good
Hit
lord.
that. Coming up on the end of the stage, got some wiggly platforms.
You cut those jumps close.
Oh my gosh, you're telling me, dog. You're preaching to the choir. This stage is incredibly tense for me. I would assume that's probably tense for a lot of other people too. Zero Cycle essentially is one of the tightest things in the game, I would say, as far as timing goes. Because a lot of this stage revolves around this mechanic called pause hovering. I'm not sure if have we explained that yet, or
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's pretty much involves you getting a higher jump by hovering on the exact frame, like after you jump, right?
Yeah.
Like the exact frame that you jump, you will, as long as you hover, you'll get, you know, a greater height from it. And essentially, we do that by pausing and unpausing, and basically alternating the inputs of A start and start A.
You got 3 fans.
Pog.
Oh, and it's not the first piece. So
Why'd you
that's
go?
Good.
You went left again, geek.
Well, yeah, I wanted to know what my piece was.
Okay, I feel
Come
you.
on, dude. Let me play how I play.
I'm backseating super hard right now because I'm mad.
That's the problem, because we can see each other. Wait, I thought I saw something down there. My bad.
I thought I saw something.
I think. Maybe.
I think I thunk.
Oh, okay. I shouldn't have done that, but that's okay. This layout's not that bad.
I'm gonna reset.
There we go.
Reset there for a better set, so I can get a better time. Entrance to the minecart dumping area. It's not my favorite.
Yeah, that's not any better. Oh, wait, no. Actually, never mind.
It's not
I was
minecart
bad.
dumping area.
Don't grab the chat
Whoa,
key, don't
brother.
get it.
Hold on there, cowboy. I ain't trying to raise no chow today.
Alright. So, at this point in the run,
Where am I? Okay.
here we go.
Wow, this is a horrible layout.
So, in a couple minutes, both of us are going to be driving these carts as tails. The kart driving in this game isn't spectacular, but it's got a funny thing where as long as you drift, you actually have a higher speed cap than when you drive straight. And it's like that for most of the karts in the game. There are a couple exceptions, but yeah, we're just going to be drifting. You're going to listen to the screeching noise for the next 2 minutes. Listen to probably the worst song on the soundtrack.
We should have replaced our ADX files.
Yeah.
Could have played some initial D.
No,
OST.
then this would get copyright struck. That wouldn't work well.
Worth.
So we're trying to hit certain ring routes in order to get the boosts exactly when we need them. So I'm purposely missing some rings. And we're going pretty well on this route.
I'd say Geek is the go-to guy for kart racing stages in this game. Like he is the unanimously agreed that he is the number one Route 101 player.
All right.
I'm trying to jinx you.
All right.
It's mind games.
Oh wait, I messed up the ending of that. I got a little bit extra speed hitting that wall.
I'm supposed to say it was on purpose.
That was a little trick I was trying to pull. But yeah, so we start drifting on the downhills in order to get to the top speed, and then we just boost whenever we go uphill, pretty much. It's pretty straightforward.
Yep, it's just a lot of moving the control stick back and forth.
Yeah, gonna hit this guy. Bam.
Yeah, going uphill and especially landing on the ground from an uphill ramp, both of those lower your speed a lot, and so you're going to be going really slow for a while if you don't have a boost available to you whenever you cross over those.
Geek has... did you talk about your ring route?
I mentioned it. I didn't go into detail because that'd be
You
kind of
could do a tutorial.
I have a tutorial. It's there.
Shoutouts.
So we're finding the president now. See, that's a 2:14. That's a pretty good time. It can go down to like, see, TAS is 211, 212 is like really, really hard, especially on PC. The PC version, or all the HD versions handle differently from the other console versions. So, it's a little bit harder to get good times.
Geek is coming up on Hidden Base here. One of the tougher stages in Tales' lineup, I would say.
Yeah, this beginning is pretty tense. It's a pretty active stage throughout, where you're thinking a lot about like trying to playing this stage really optimally. Might be the hardest.
It's very technical, and that's why a lot of people appreciate it. That's why I hate it, because I'm garbage, but you know. But yeah, this is actually one of the most impressive stages to watch somebody do well. But really only if you play the game, because a lot of this stuff looks kind of easy breezy, but once you actually try it, it's very difficult. So he'll be doing some interesting pause hovers here as well to mitigate a couple of gaps he has to cross. Looks like he doesn't have enough height for that one.
Oh,
But yeah,
okay,
this stage
we
is
kept-
nuts, essentially.
Not bad.
51. I'd take it. We take those.
Let's go there. We'll do a little hover here. Could skip the maze entirely, because it's annoying if you get stuck down there.
Oh, I agree.
Really throws off all your momentum.
Wow, I wasn't getting this in practice at all today.
Oh, you get it?
Yeah, dog.
Let's go.
We in there.
Doing
Yeah,
some safety
The
hovers.
strat at the start of that level for getting on top of the pole, you need to... Oh yeah, he barely made that cycle.
Yikes, brother.
One part of it is that you need to set it up fast enough so that you like land on that raising platform. Because if you do it at a bad time, then it'll be too high up and you won't be able to make it.
Sandbag.
Bro.
No.
I let go of A because my thumb was shaking. So
Pressure's on.
that happens sometimes.
Yeah. It's okay.
Oh my god. I'm eating it, man. This is easily one of my worst stages, I would say, so. Alright, so we can show off Wanama clip at least. Shoutouts to Nick Wanamaker.
Let's go.
We just fly through this wall.
Let's go.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
close, but-
Wanama corner never fails. So I was just testing you. Have faith.
Alright, so we're in Pyramid Cave. This is, I'd say, the hardest Sonic stage.
It's the most fun, absolutely though.
This stage is awesome.
It's so sick.
Yeah,
it's my
it's
favorite
very
stage in the
exciting.
game.
I'm too early on that. Oh. I didn't mean to do that, I promise. I tried to pull off something funny, but...
Hey,
kinda
no funny
messed up.
business.
You're right.
This is a very serious game.
So here comes the bounce bracelet, and you'll see immediately that it's a really, really fun upgrade for reasons like this. Whenever you bounce, you just, you go up in the air a little bit, and whenever you do that while you have horizontal speed, that horizontal speed is just changed all into vertical speed. And so you can get super bounce, just go really high in the air.
In a second, we're going to be showing off the second function of the bounce bracelet, and that is, if you're moving fast enough, you can actually skew your gravity. Do that right here. I didn't hit that checkpoint, so I might play this ending kind of safe. But yeah, that's Snake Skip. You just get on like a slanted surface, spin dash off, and then you bounce. Pretty straightforward, but very fun. Oh,
Yeah, and if you bounce soon enough after getting off the snake, then you maintain the skewed angle that you had when you were standing on it. And so you bounce all that way while, bouncing to the side once you get a lot of distance.
alright. That all went okay for the most part.
Oh yeah, it went great.
Yeah.
I'm a full stage behind at this point, so. He has to get the worst death chamber, I think, of all time. And I'm
can
going to have to
happen.
get like a sub 125. So let's do it.
Yeah, so this is the real test of your natural luck, if you can get a good death chamber.
And if you can get a bad chamber and perform well with it, then like, God bless you.
But Angry Man's an alright piece to get. It's going to be in the blue room, and I'm going to try funny. No funny clip. You can clip out of that room using the boxes, and then you can fly around out of bounds to most places on the map. But I messed that up, unfortunately. So I don't like 4 leaves, and we're in blue room, so I'm actually going to take the namesake of Death Chamber and just die.
Die.
And
It's
that
a
gave me a
big
much
part
better
of it.
piece.
It's a whole
Oop, got
idea. A lot of the stage revolves around death strats to artificially boost your good RNG.
So this is an okay layout. Didn't mean to punch that there, but overall this hasn't been that bad. Oh, I might miss it. Nope, we got it.
It's very methodical. Oh my god.
Yeah, Death Chamber requires an insane amount of knowledge in many different ways.
Shout out to Dark Pro.
Yeah, it's an
Guy's
incredible
nuts.
stage.
Yeah.
He's like the professor of Death Chamber.
He's one of the only people that you could really say is like when he labs his stuff, he labs it hard, and he's lab Death Chamber for
He
most
lives,
of us.
breathes, and eats Death Chamber.
There are more clips in the level than I know the names for. Piece knowledge aside.
I don't think we've named a lot of them yet, actually.
Yeah,
Maybe he has in his own little headcanon of Death Chamber world, but he's got a Google Doc that is the go-to for anything Death Chamber related, so it's a really interesting stage in that regard because you can do so much with it.
So this is Boom Boo. I missed a skip at the very beginning of the boss, so that would save about 5 seconds and cause me to hit him early. But this ending is pretty straightforward. You just have to keep up with him and punch him, but don't go too far because otherwise he'll turn around. Very straightforward. And then you just kind of spiral up or get a Knuckles whistle in.
Gotta punch this guy like 4 times to get his piece.
It's great. I love it. Not a negative thing I have to say about this game.
Alright, so we're at Egg Golem.
You can tell.
We're at Egg Golem.
Yeah, this is exactly what most egg
Take 3.
golems look like. There we go.
Alright.
We're at Egg Golem.
So this is a very ridiculous case of super bounces because the thing he's super bouncing off of, as you can see, is very small. So you need to input the bounce when you're like right in front of it, and with how small the platform is, you have to, you know, let go of spin dash, jump and then bounce, all in within the span of like 4 frames or something like that.
He did the head slam and I messed up.
So you have to push buttons really fast.
Alright.
Is basically what it means.
Do it again. Do it again, guy. Alright. There we go. That was my bad. That would have been a much faster fight, but unfortunately.
That's fine.
There's that light.
I've been.
Other way.
It's other way.
Ooh.
Is it blue?
Yeah, it's blue-red.
I was in the right spot then.
Hitting super bounces is easier than hitting the head slam attack. Don't at me.
I don't know, I might have to at you on that, but I don't know if I'm a good example, because what I just did. Alright, so this stage has changed a lot in the past year. It's been almost a year since this came out, I think.
Oh, want
going
to
for
name
Bofa
drop it?
clip.
Yeah.
Nope.
Bofa clip?
Here, 3, 2, 1, Bofa. Second try.
Hey, baby.
It's
So,
alright.
Geek, why is it called Bofa?
You break both of the boxes.
Oh, I get it.
If you call it anything else, I think you're calling it the wrong name.
Yeah,
But-
I'm gonna go on record to say that if you don't call it Bofa, you're objectively wrong. It's a harmless name.
Oh, that was a little bit funny of a turnaround. I actually messed up my ankle a lot there.
Hey, you still got it though.
Yeah, I have enough height for sure, but I gotta like readjust. That was really bad.
If you die by accident, I'm not gonna complain.
I'm not gonna die. I don't think I'm gonna die. If anything,
Spartans don't die; they respawn.
if anything, I'm going to land back in bounds. So I'll be approaching there probably around like 125, something like that. Give that a second try. Let's see. Oh, there it is. We're not that.
Let's go.
We were further off. I
believe in you.
overcompensated a little bit.
no, spiral upper, brother.
All right. He breaks that super hard. But that
Shoutouts
stage
to the
should have been-
leaderboards.
I wanted to see who was in the lead. It's Geek. Spoiler alert. So what I did there was I goofed on Boom Boo. I think I hit him too close to his front side, I suppose.
Oh, he turned around?
He turned around.
Yeah.
I did a spiral upper at first, so you knew it was going to go well. It was going to be a good attempt, and then
Of course.
he did the old switcheroo on me and said, "I see you later." You want to do a close marathon race? Maybe not today, son.
And yeah, the reason for him exiting out there was getting a one cycle on Boom Boo is so fast that if you fail it and you have to go through another one of those dodging fireball phases to get him up again, it's not even faster because it takes like over 40 more seconds to do so again.
So we're on the last stage for Knuckles Meteor. This might be bad unless I get another grand piece. So it's this one.
Oh, this is
What'd we
solid.
get? Glimpse of, oh
Oh.
no! Glimpse of the meteorite.
So he got a top piece, kind of top.
yeah.
yeah.
Storage area. That's middle, but a ways off the middle. Middle, bottom, top. You don't like to see it.
Which, yeah, you can categorize most of the pieces in the stage into the 3 different layers of height. And generally, getting sets like that are bad because it's much, much quicker to descend in the stage than it is to ascend. Because, you know, you have to wait for rockets to fly you up, whereas if you go up top, then you get a piece on bottom afterwards, you can just drill dive straight down.
Load, bro. Egg swallow. This is making me cry.
Go. Go through the ground.
No, I was with my luck, I would have actually like hit a kill plane and just.
You would have found the kill plane. All right.
I find kill planes every day, man.
So this is Rouge. If you're sensitive to violent imagery, turn away.
Yeah, this is a great fight.
Yeah, this is a little messed up. This is a little PG-13 for me, dog. Shield your eyes, kids.
I don't know why Knuckles
Both.
looks so mad.
That's the one thing I can do this time. Was first try. I'll take it. So I'm gonna do something a little bit different to Geek here. I'm gonna pause buffer this turnaround so it's easier. Wastes time RTA, but who's counting?
And this lines up decently well because JettSethRadio should be flying through space endlessly as Geek sets up for a really pivotal trick right here coming up. So this is CGSS, and it's an entirely blind trick where you maneuver yourself around kill planes to fly to the end of the level through one spin dash jump, and you have to make it really, really far to do so. So you want to angle yourself optimally.
He hit the kill plane, looks like. Did they patch another one in?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I didn't read those notes. We really should have.
Nah, that was my bad. We're going in. Second try.
Double dipping. Whoa, brother! Getting a
There we
little
go.
close there.
We're out.
Yeah, getting
Let's
past
see
the
it.
first kill plane could be pretty hard, but now he just has to make sure that he
Hits the goal.
can make it
ring.
all the way to the goal ring. Yeah.
It's a spooky
Oh,
track,
that's,
but you can do it.
My distance. Okay.
There we go.
Ooh, I was a little monka over that.
I had to stop a little bit because I went
Yeah,
a little
you were
too
a little
far.
too far. You can overshoot it. Like, you wouldn't think you could, because like if you like are super far into that, you clip through this little like black matrix thing. That's like a part of the level decoration, and you can go too far into that and completely miss the goal ring from the other side. And that's when you know you're getting a little too crazy with it.
Yeah, because getting enough distance to make it there at all is
It's tough.
difficult. Yeah.
So if you can do that, kudos to you, but adjust.
Takes a lot of practice. Oh,
I'll take it.
no, I missed the good Eggman strat. It's not even the best Eggman strat, but I still missed it.
Yeah, Eggman 2 is a pretty difficult fight to do well.
Yeah.
Optimally, it's around 14 seconds, and when something goes wrong, it can start to derail.
Yeah.
It's deceptive. Highest rotating beacon. Let's see it.
All right, we're entering the last stage. It's another case of you play 15 seconds of the level and then you just fly to the end.
This game likes to do that. It's pretty funny.
Good A button. That was probably my bad also.
That was actually really solid meteor herd.
Second try.
Yeah, that's a good set.
Fast, far. Fast, far.
Should I do it?
Do it.
All right.
If you do it, you're a legend.
All right, we're trying. I'm sorry, guys. The run might be a minute longer.
Hey, it gave you a lot of time to spare.
I'm going to miss CGSOs, don't worry. Actually, I'll die on Rouge. We'll spice it up a little bit today.
3, 2, 1. No.
Hey, it was worth a try.
Yeah.
It's always worth a try. All right, time for finishing this stage.
All right, let's get this done.
Let's get this over with.
Yeah, it's not really RNG, but it's kind of out of his control. He essentially just has to throw himself at a kill plane and hope that he aligns so that he's on one end of it on one frame and on the other side on the next, and never actually comes into contact with it. So something like that is
it's
really
insanely hype.
yeah,
so crazy.
and it saves a lot of time.
That used to be the only way you could do FR skip as well. People didn't know the existence of bounce and bounceless FR, which is he's doing the bounce method. I'll be doing the bounceless variant later on once I finally get there. But yeah, people didn't know that those two variants existed. And that used to be the method to finish FR the quickest. So a lot of people opted to just go through the stage in its entirety.
Which the one Geek is doing now is fully consistent and, you know, pretty much universally used. Yeah.
Yeah.
The way it works, it doesn't involve going through any kill planes like that, but what it is you saw he got skewed gravity and he bounced to the side, kind of like you saw him do on Snake Skip. And he just keeps that for so long that he continues flying to the right for a really long time and then goes around every kill plane in the level, like too far out where any of them extend. And then he can just go to the bottom.
This is kind of low. This might be cutting it close.
You have 2 tense moments right here.
All right.
Nice.
Let's go. That's one.
Now just hit this
oh, wait,
goal
no,
ring.
this will work. This is
Poggies.
This is good. No, we're good.
Oh.
Nice.
You can let yourself in
Yeah,
there.
if you're too low.
I clench every time I see
If
that.
you're too low, there's an invisible wall on the back end of that goal ring.
You
and
could
have to
just
like
barely like swoosh right in.
yeah,
there,
you have
though.
to hug against it and hope it doesn't throw you off. Well,
It's pretty clutch.
yeah.
All right.
But
So time will be coming up really shortly for Geek. The Shadow 2 boss fight is pretty brief, and you can, you know, stunlock
he
him
can
with...
cheese you though.
Yeah, he can be annoying sometimes.
Yep. So it'll be on the 5th hit.
Yeah, he's just going to get 5 hits of 3 homing attacks.
Wait. Okay, that'll work.
1. Yeah, just keep doing that.
2.
3.
Test your rhythm.
4. Time.
All right, that was 37:20. Okay, cool. That's not bad, given the stuff we went for. That went okay. All right. Let's go. Let's see FR.
Blah.
Are you gonna do fast FR?
No.
No. You're just gonna get
I'm a
outta
big
here?
baby.
Come
I
on,
just want to
he's-
finish this.
He said he needed to
Alright.
clutch the sub 40.
No, he'll definitely get sub 40.
Bet.
I believe.
Don't challenge me, bro. Okay.
So yeah, this is doing it without the bounce.
We're going to turn here at about 38 seconds in, and you're going to see me go the exact same route that Geek went to get to the end of the stage, hopefully with a little bit more height this time.
Yeah,
It's a little easier to
Yeah.
it's a little easier to not have to clutch that visible wall thing when you do bounceless because you have more control over your height. You can basically adjust your height by pausing and holding A, which will give you a hover frame, which I don't know if I want to go into that one. That's some deep science right there. But you can also do a bounce and you can do a homing attack to gain a little bit more height. So you have a lot of options here. This is probably the safest thing you could do to complete the stage quickly, and you could get as low as a 124 with this. So
yeah, it's like 3 seconds slower or so
Yeah,
than what Geek does, and it just gives you a lot more options.
oh damn,
Oh no.
that's okay. I wanted to show off the hover
hover,
frames
yeah.
just for the fun of it, but we still got a 124. We're all right.
Yep.
Oh
Alright.
man, 39.
Oh, you can do it. You got it.
Oh, I'm
Shadow
the
2,
coolest.
please.
He might be too cool. We'll see how it goes.
Oh man, he's too cool.
He needs to hold down on being the coolest for just 1 minute. He needs to be the second
He needs
coolest.
to cool down. You're right.
Yeah.
Man, these puns are sick, dude.
Yeah. We need to get out of here.
I gotta finish this as quickly as possible.
Anyways, I guess while we're at it, while Seth's finishing, we should probably do like some shout-outs.
Brother.
Shout-outs to the Sonic Discord. If you go on SRC on SA2,
4.
you can find in the resources
Time.
a link to the Discord.
3955.
Nice, you clutched it.
Sub 40, let's go.
That's definitely not my maximum output, but I'll take it. I was a little nervous though. But yeah, you were saying?
Yeah, so on SRC, the resources page, you can find a link to the Sonic speedrunning community. It's got pretty much all the Sonic games. SA2 is mainly housed there. Let's see. What else should we shout out?
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
Shoutouts
I
to
got some.
MechLTO2.
yeah. Shoutouts to
We gotta
Mac. Let's
say.
go Mac. Shoutouts to TGU. I love you boys. You're my everything. Shoutouts to anybody watching at home and back in West Virginia. I appreciate that. I don't know. Shoutouts to Pace, by the way, for having us. Thank you so much. This was sick.
This is a lot of
Especially
fun.
Milo for being so communicative, like during the planning process. He was actually incredibly easy to communicate with. So,
Yeah.
and shoutouts to Flair for coming in clutch for
Hey, thank you.
commentary. He
Thank
he
you
saved
so
our
much,
butts.
Claire.
Also, hi Youthmar.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I literally just learned this game so that I could be available for commentary for this, and it's been like one of the most fun
It shows.
speed gaming experience that I've had in a long time. It's a really good speed
You
game,
learned a
so
lot
I would totally
in a really
recommend.
short amount of time too. So
Yeah,
kudos
I've-
to you, man.
I've had a lot of fun improving. But yeah, next up we're going to Let's Go Pikachu. It's going to be a long run, so yeah, stick around for that. It'll be a good one.